Okay, so in this lesson we're going to learn how to use the revolve command a little different way. There's a couple different ways that we could create this feature. I'm going to show a couple different techniques on how we would do it, but it's just a basic little um, revolved disk type thing. Okay, so we're going to go to revolve. We're going to pick one of our planes. I'm going to go with my front. And I can also rotate just by hitting this up here. I'm going to go to center line, and I'm going to put a line down the middle here. Now for this piece, what I have to do with the revolve command is I have to imagine that half of it's not here, because I'm going to create half of this sketch and rotate it around 360 degrees. So really my sketch here is only this little section over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the outside of that shape, which kind of goes out like this, down, over, down, over, down, and then with an angle, back, and close it. Now I'm going to get this to the right size, and I'm going to show you what I meant by the different techniques. Okay, now they give us some radius dimensions. I would rather some diameter dimensions, and because I have my center line in there, it's already created them. But if you don't know how to create a diameter dimension, here's how you do it. You pick dimension, pick the line or point or axis that you're trying to dimension to. So I'm going to pick the outside line, then the center line here. So I'm going to move up, because if I go down here, I'll pick the middle line. Pick my center line, then I'm going to go back to the same line again, pick it, and then middle click above, and now I'm going to have a diameter. Okay, now I'm going to check what other dimensions I have to make sure I have all of my dimensions. So I'll drag this one up. I've got a height here, which is good. I don't need an angle. I need a dimension from here to here, middle click, a dimension from here, middle click, and I have a diameter right here. I have a couple things that I have to set up before the part will be done. Now, what else did they give me? Actually, are missing some angles here. So I'm going to put a dimension in here, just verifying. I don't think they actually give my students all of the dimensions. We're going to create them. So I'm going to put a angle in here. It looks about 30 degrees to me. And then I'm going to put a constraint in of vertical to make these two diameters the same. Okay, now to scale it all down, because this thing is about 3.5 inches in diameter, not 515. Here's how I would do it. Make sure I'm on my arrow up there, and I'm going to draw a big box around everything. I'm going to hold right click. I'm going to go to modify. I'm going to lock my scale, and I'm going to change one of my dimensions to what I know it is. So I'm going to go 1.4. Hit enter. Hit OK. And then I'm going to hit refit to zoom in. And now my dimensions are a lot closer to what they need to be. So this one, for example, is 0.8. This one is 0.3. This one is 0.6. This one is 1.3. And this one is 3.5. Okay, and that's the basic shape of my object right there. Now, the one thing that we could do differently here is if we look at this cutout that cuts out the center here, I could put this in this sketch. So the way I would do that is I could take a line and I could go up and over, and then we could either do a delete segment, or I really like the corner command, so I could go corner, pick this line, pick the side of the corner I want to keep, pick this line, pick the side of the corner I want to keep, and now I have that shape in there. But I'm going to put that in another feature just to give another opportunity to learn that. So we're going to hit the checkbox. It's going to rotate around, and we're going to hit OK. Then I'm going to create another revolve on this sketch plane, and this one again I'm going to put in a center line down the middle, and I'm going to put in a rectangle from here over to here, and this one is going to be 2 inches in diameter and 0.2 deep. I'm going to hit the checkbox. It's going to automatically make it a cut because it overlaps the other sketch, but I could flip it on and off if I wanted to. I'm going to hit OK by middle clicking, and I'm going to put some rounds in. And the rounds I need, the first one goes up here. Oop, misclicked. 0.1. I'm going to middle click, and then I'm going to put another round down here. Click in here, make it 0.2, middle click, and now I have this full object over here completed.